Chapter 2 Hell hath no fury like a dragon scorned. When Spike woke, he found himself lying on a bed with purple sheets. It was in a large room, with purple wall hangings and a balcony off to one side. Behind the bed was a small bookcase overflowing with books and scrolls. At the foot of the bed was a trunk, and beyond that against the wall was a wardrobe and a large dressing mirror. "Welcome back, Spike. You had me scared for a while there," Princess Luna said. "What happened? Where am I?" he asked. "You are in my personal chambers. You fainted, for lack of a better term. Your transformation took a lot of energy. Your subsequent flee from Ponyville and your emotional state didn't help matters either," she informed him, sitting down next to the bed. "Spike, what happened?" Spike was blushing at the knowledge that he was in Luna's bed. "No one knows what happened to me. It's all very confusing." "Tell me what happened, Spike." Luna's tone was soft and gentle. Spike told the princess everything. He told her about Twilight's sickness, the bite, and the reactions he received from Applejack, Binky, and Fluttershy when they found out that the pony they saw before them was actually Spike. Luna couldn't help but chuckle slightly. "It's not funny, Princess. It was really embarrassing." "I'm sorry, but tell me, Spike, that's not what's really bothering you, is it?" Luna asked him. "That's not what took you to the edge of the overlook." "No, I guess not," Spike confessed. "It was Rarity. I love her, but I guess I didn't really know how she felt about me," he said, choking back fresh tears. "She hates me," he bawled. "She said I was just an annoying little reptile. She said my only use was lift and tote work. After all I've done for her, everything I've done to make her happy, all I am to her is free labor." Luna's heart went out to him. She climbed into the bed and lay next to him, wrapping a wing around the injured soul. "Why does it hurt so much?" Spike begged, tears streaming out of his emerald eyes. "Shh, it's okay. A broken heart hurts more than some ponies know. I'm sure Rarity didn't really mean the things she said. You'll see," Luna said, trying to console him. Spike buried his face into Luna's shoulder, crying his eyes out. "It'll be okay, I promise," she said, gently rocking back and forth and stroking his mane. A single tear rolled down her cheek. It wasn't long before Spike had cried himself to sleep. There was a quiet knock at the door. Luna used her magic to very carefully open the chamber entrance. Celestia walked in and shut the door behind her. She was much like her younger sister, except that she was much taller and white in color. Her mane and tail flowed on invisible currents like Luna's, but instead of blue-violet, Celestia's mane and tail was a pastel spectrum of pink, blue, green, and purple. "Sister, some of the guards told me you brought a young stallion here to your room. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, but they told me he was unconscious." "He's right here, Tia, and he's sleeping. Please try to keep your voice down." Celestia approached the bed and saw the stallion's face snuggled into Luna's chest. Luna carefully extracted herself from around the sleeping stallion and carefully tucked her blanket in around him. "Luna, you didn't—" "No, I didn't sleep with him. Don't you think an 18-year-old is a little young for me?" she asked. Princess Celestia smiled. "What about little Pip Petlocksy? The poor dear is going to be heartbroken." "Tia!" Luna hissed quietly. "If I ever get my hooves on the pony who wrote that book, I don't know what I'd do, but it won't be pleasant." Her sister chuckled lightly. "Oh, Luna, it was just some mare looking for a quick couple of bits. You shouldn't take it so personally. You know, I recall actually seeing the book in a store once, right next to a copy of The Adventures of Princess Celestia." Luna smiled evilly. "Tell me, sister, how long has it been since you went out to fulfill your own personal sexual desires in the population of Ponyville? Your own student even, truly shocking." "I will not dignify that slanderous publication with a response," she said in a huff. "What's important at the moment is why this unconscious young stallion is in your bed." Luna gazed down at the sleeping pony with a look of utter despair stamped on her face. "He ran all the way from Ponyville at a full gallop. I found him at the edge of the overlook, and, had I not been there, I'm certain he would have walked off." He collapsed from the effort of his departure. I decided to bring him here and watch over him. You've become such a gentle soul since your return, little sister, Celestia said, smiling at her. Princess Luna gently stroked his emerald-green mane. Doesn't he look familiar to you? Celestia studied him for a moment. Should I recognize him? It's Spike. Twilight's Spike. It can't be, she said, as she and her sister walked out in the hall, so as not to disturb him. How can that young stallion be Spike? It doesn't make any sense. Celestia was in shock. She had been very close to the purple dragon since he was freshly hatched. When Twilight had come to live in the palace during our tutelage, she had raised the small dragon until he insisted on helping Twilight with her studies. You don't think Twilight was experimenting on him? She asked. Unfortunately, no. If that were the case, you or I could fix this easily. Luna noticed one of the court scribes passing by on their way to the library. Just a moment, Tia. I need to send a quick letter, she said, as she waved the scribe over to them. Your Majesty? Take a letter for me, Luna asked sweetly. As you wish. I'm ready. Dear Twilight Sparkle, I am aware of your current illness and hope that you are feeling well. I would like you to attend me at the palace as soon as you can. Spike is here with me, and he is fine for now, but we have much to discuss. Bring your friends, as I am sure Spike will need all the help he can get in the coming turmoil. Always your friend, Princess Luna. Will that be all, Your Majesty? Yes. Please have one of the guards deliver this letter as soon as it's light. Twilight Sparkle is sick, and I'd like her to get as much sleep as possible. The scribe bowed and went about his duties. Luna walked back over to her sister. Tia, after you've raised the sun, could you help me in the drawing room? She asked with a long sigh. Whatever is the matter, sister? Celestia asked, concerned. Do you know how Spike became a pony? Luna sighed again. Spike has become a werepony, and if we do not change him back soon, I'm afraid he could die. But Luna, there hasn't been a case of a werepony in over a millennia. Are you certain? Of course I'm certain, she hollered. Do you think I'd be so stressed and upset if I weren't? Calm down, sister. I'm worried about him too. If that really is Spike, then he's in a great deal of trouble. I just wanted to be sure. Twilight Sparkle was mad. Of all the ponies who should have been told about Spike, she should have been the first. Twilight was busy helping to search the town for Spike when Rainbow Dash swooped down from the sky. The Pegasus pony was much like Fluttershy in build, but was thinner and more streamlined. Her short unkempt rainbow-colored mane and tail complemented her cyan blue coat. Is there any sign of him, Rainbow Dash? She asked her pleadingly. Sorry, Twi. I searched all the way to Manhattan. No pony's seen him. How about the rest of you? Seen anything? Any sign of him? Sorry, Sugar Cube. I haven't seen anything yet. Twilight looked to Rarity, Fluttershy, and Pinkie. All of them shook their heads in defeat. Keep looking, she shouted. The Lavender Unicorn lowered her head, coughing. They all gathered around her. Twilight, you need to slow down. You've been sick for days, and the medicine Zecora and I made takes time to work, Fluttershy explained. I've been reading about the illness. You're not completely well, and I'm afraid if you push yourself too hard, you could have a relapse. Thank you for your concern, Shy, but I feel fine thanks to you and Zecora. Right now I'm more concerned with Spike, she said, coughing again. Twilight, I know you're still upset about all this, but please, I'm the one you should be mad at. I'm the one who caused him to run off, Rarity confessed, still hurt from what she had said that night. Twilight took a deep breath and let it out slowly. I know none of you intended for this to happen, but the fact of the matter is, I should have been told as soon as possible. I'm responsible for the little guy, and if anything happens to him, I don't know what I'd do. Twilight was close to crying when one of the white Pegasus royal guards flew down from the sky. Miss Sparkle? He asked. Yes, sir. That's me, Twilight said, wiping her eyes. The courier gave her a letter and flew off. Who's it from? Rainbow Dash asked. Twilight opened the letter and started reading it. It's from Princess Luna. She said that Spike is with her at the castle and that we all need to get there as soon as we can. Oh, I hope he's okay, Twilight said. The train to Canterlot has already left, so we'll have to take my balloon. Let's go, every pony. All 6 of the ponies headed for Twilight's balloon, except for one. What in tarnation are you waiting for, Rarity? We need to get going right now, Rainbow Dash asked. I can't go. I can't face him, not after what I said. Rarity ran, making a mad dash for her home at the Carousel Boutique. The other 5 charged after her. Rainbow, Applejack, stop her before she gets inside, Twilight shouted. The 2 ponies raced ahead as fast as they could, and tackled her to the ground. Twilight, Pinkie, and Fluttershy caught up to the other 3. The Lavender Unicorn was breathing hard, her breaths wheezing out of her. I'm sorry, Rarity, but you have to come too. If what Princess Luna said is true, he's going to need all of us, and that includes you, she said, trying to catch her breath. I can't help him, she said, lying there on the dirt. What are you talking about? Applejack asked. All I seem to do is hurt him. You saw the look on his face. How can I possibly make up for that? Fluttershy knelt down and helped her to her feet. Do you like him? Fluttershy asked. Yes, he's always been a good friend. That's not what I mean. Do you like him? Fluttershy asked again. Nod your head, Rarity. We all know you do. You need to tell him you're sorry, she said. Tomorrow you tell him you're sorry again, and the next day, and the day after that. You keep telling him that you're sorry every day, until he tells you to stop apologizing. Then you apologize for apologizing. And that will make everything all right? She asked hopefully. Well, no, I don't think so, but that's not the point, Fluttershy explained. Whether you meant it or not, you hurt Spike, and he needs to know that you're sorry. That's just the first step. Next step, you have to figure out for yourself. Pinkie bounced up and hugged Rarity. We all know you feel awful about what happened, but we need you, and little Spiky Wikey needs you. So will you come with us, so we can try to help him? The Pink Party Pony asked her. Yes, I'll go, but I need to get something first. You may accompany me if you wish. They followed Rarity into her shop. The main floor was a boutique set up with mirrors and dressing rooms where ponies could try on her latest fashions. The group of ponies bypassed the shop and walked through a door to the left of the main entrance. Climbing the stairs, they entered the small upstairs apartment, which consisted of 2 rooms and a storage closet. The small space served as a home for her and her sister Sweetie Belle. Rarity headed straight for her bedroom. It wasn't overly large, but neither was it small, since it also doubled as her workshop. Ponykins stood waiting for their master's command. A workbench with an antique sewing machine stood at the ready. Bolts upon bolts of cloth in every imaginable color sat in their own cubbyholes waiting. Rarity ran over to a medium-sized blue chest sitting on a makeup table against the wall, to the left of her red canopy bed. Where is it? Where is it? She said, flinging jewelry left and right.